Kev here with another little video. Now, God, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, and could I get back to sleep? No. You know, I'm a fairly night owl. I went to bed about, I don't know, half 11, 12 o'clock, and I normally wake, to be honest, about 6:45, but 5 o'clock, could I get back to sleep? No. And I had planned on making this video. Maybe it's because of the subject matter of this video. It's the shame. You know, I couldn't sleep. It was on my mind. But yeah, I thought, oh, I might as well crack on and make the video. You might have worked it out from the thumbnail, but what it is as a game, I wouldn't sure I'd call myself a collector. I've got a fair amount of games. You know, what you see is what I have, though. I don't have hordes of games underneath here or around the garage, but so I've got a decent amount of games. But what I wanted to talk about, and as I say, release myself of the burden, is the games that are quite well known. I'm not just talking about any old games. Games that are quite well respected, have a lot of fans, have got a bit of a culture behind them that I own but I have never played. And I know this is not uncommon. I've heard people in other retro gaming YouTube videos mention this, but I thought, no, I'm going to be brave. Put them out there. The games, the good games and well-renowned games in my collection that I have not played. And yes, you can throw scorn on me in the comments for not playing them, but also, if you really feel I have to play it, you know, let me know, or let me know what you think of the games. It's not for the want of trying, really. You know, life's busy, and without getting into it, I think I've said it before, is when I had the consoles or home computers back in the day, I only had about 5 or 6 maybe games for each. You know, sort of, I left home quite early, 19, and basically had to pay for life, so I didn't have money to throw around on games. You know, I'm doing okay now, so I'm picking up the games, and that's the point, really. The games I really liked or I read about that I think, oh yes, I really would like that game, and I pick it up, and over the years you pick it up and you put it on the shelf and you never play it. Like, you know, and some of these, though, I do feel really embarrassed about. But I'm waffling now, so let's just crack on with it. I'm going to go from about I'm not going to go into the home computers, because obviously people know I like Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum. I'm going to go from about the PS1 through to about PS3, a couple of GameCube games, Xbox original. But I'm going to go through them now. This one, Retro Red Steve, you're not going to be happy with me. I've got GTA 2, and I've not really played it. I know. I was a great fan of the first one, but I picked this up, you know, maybe a few years ago, but I haven't really played it. I know it's terrible. I know it's, you know, I'm feeling better already, releasing the burden. This one as well, Metal Gear Solid. Imagine I've not played it. I know it's pretty bad, but I really do want to play this one, and I'm going to get stuck into it. But, you know, I feel pretty bad. I mean, this is a classic series of games. Obviously, this one really well renowned, and some people say it's their best ever PS1 game. But yeah, I know it's bad, but I have that in my collection. Now, I did a video on this the other day, but thankfully I've started it and I'm really enjoying it. I didn't have it back in the day. I bought it for Christmas, but Dino Crisis, Capcom, very similar to Resident Evil type games, but I felt embarrassed to have not played this, really. So I'm really happy that I'm playing that now. And this one isn't maybe well known to a lot of people, but you know, I used to love Rick Mail. Now, Rick Mail does the voice, some voice work in this Hogs of War. And I bought this about 5, 6 years ago, and I haven't really played it. So enough to the point where I don't even know whether it's any good, and it's well spoken about. But yeah, I have this game in my collection and haven't played it. I mean, come on. Now, I've got a few Xbox ones that have sat up there. I know. And I love this film, and the game is meant to be very good. The Warriors, you know, I love the film, the music in the film. You know, it's very dated in some ways, the film now, but yeah, this was meant to be a great game. Bought it because I loved the movie. Again, it just sat up there, so I know. Another one, Fable. Admittedly, I bought this for £1. A lot of these as well, that's the reason I always look for a bargain myself, and I'm always reading about games and the games that have passed me by back in the day, and if I see one that's a good price, I'll pick it up, and as what I did with the Fable. But I really want to play this one as well. But yeah, in the collection, not played it. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Game of the Year edition, picked it up. It's sat there, it's sat there. That one sits even in my cabinet to be on show. I've not really. Some of them I popped in, just had a quick look, and then whatever reason, I've just sort of moved on or whatever to another game. I know, sad as it is. Now some PS2 games. I was always reading about this one, and it was reasonably expensive to pick up, but Odin Sphere on the PS2. Read loads of, good stuff on this, seen many a YouTube video on this game. Not really played it. I mean, come on. And this one I really want to play. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Because I really want to play the latest ones. Those who know my channel, I do modern gaming as well. And I really want to play Baldur's Gate on the PS5. But I thought, no, I've got to play this one. I'm a bit sort of OCD in that manner. I have to play things in the order, or at least try them in the order. So I've got to play this one before I play the one on the PS5. But yeah, unbelievable. I haven't played this. Love the cover of that one. And Retro Red Steve out there again, and others, I know, imagine. Grand Theft Auto 3, not really played it. As I said, loved the first one, was a huge fan. The first one. And I've played the latest one, even though I said what I just said. But it's my son who played GTA 5. I've had the odd go on that, but yeah. I've got so much gaming to do. And this is the sad thing about life, obviously, in many respects. I'm 56 now, so I've got quite a few years before I retire, unless I suddenly come into some winnings and get national lottery numbers up. But yeah, I do sometimes think, I'll collect the games and with a thought that I'm going to play them all, No one knows how life's going to go, but I do think, oh God, when I'm retired, I'll be able to play these games. I'll be able to play them on easy. Because my reactions won't be as quick, and I'll play them all. But let's hope I do. But yeah, I feel pretty bad about that one. Now, a lot of people may not know about this game, but I'm a big horror fan of video games. But this one, I've had the suffering. I've only had this about a year, but it's a game I really want to play, and it's sat up there looking at me, making me feel guilty. But I've not played. The suffering. Now, I've got one Megadrive game, because I really enjoy platform games, and I'm always reading about this. Aladdin, sat there on show in my case, and I've not really played it, and, God, it's bad, really. It is the collector's thing, though. I've spoken about this. Some people really collect. I do, and I have seen YouTube videos of people who've got thousands of games, and they freely admit they're never going to play them. They're just collecting them. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've got no issue with that. But me personally, I feel like if I own the game, I want to play it. So yeah. But yeah, Aladdin. Now, not too many to go. A couple of GameCube games, and they're the same series, is Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I mean, I obviously had to go because if you know my channel as well, I very recently got into Nintendo. And Metroid, I have played. It's a classic game. I've played it on my my Nintendo Switch on the sort of back catalogue you're able to play. But yeah, I mean, I've had these for some years, and they've been up there. And I'll have to play them because, they're obviously well spoken about. Now, this one is really high up on the shame list. I mean, I've watched other people play this, and I don't know if it counts. And I've watched the TV show, and I really enjoyed it. I watched it recently. But get ready for the shame. The Last of Us. I haven't played it properly. I know it's really bad. It's really bad, isn't it? And I must play it. This is obviously the PS3 version. I've even got two versions. I've got the PS4 remastered. I think I've got that somewhere. But yeah, I've relieved myself of a burden. I haven't played this properly. And this is just as bad. Mass Effect 2. I know. It's pretty bad, isn't it? But yeah, I'm saying this a lot now. I'm definitely going to get round to playing this. I've seen other people play it again. I've read about it. But do you know what? Who knows why we play the games we play and we choose to play the games. But I know for a fact that this is a top quality game, as is The Last of Us. But yeah. This one a little bit maybe less known, but for me, I feel bad I haven't played it, is because it looks the sort of game I would love, is Portal 2. This game, another one, I've read so much good stuff about it, but you know what? It's sat there as well. Watched a few YouTube videos, enjoyed it, but not put it in and played it. Now, I've only got 2 left now. This one, maybe not so well known, but infamous. Another one. You know, I really like the PS3. I've got quite a few PS3 games, but I've read a lot about this game. You know, when I picked it up, I went to my local retro gaming shop. He says, "Oh, Kev," he says, "yeah, that's a classic," he goes. And I'm like, yeah, but I bought that a couple of years ago again. I haven't really played it, you know. Nice sitting there looking at them in the collection, and which is a nice feeling, I know, and that's why people collect them. But yeah, not played it. And the last one, another one I feel really bad about. My son's played this, you know, and I think he's finished it and he loves the second one. But I know the shame, the shame. Red Dead Redemption, obviously a classic. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is many people's favourite game of all time, but I haven't got round to playing it properly. Now, as I said, some of them I've popped in, had a little look and, you know, just to get the vibe of it and thought, yeah, I'll definitely get him back to that. And no, I haven't. So now I've got rid of that burden. I think, you know what, and it's made me think, yeah, I need to play these games. Now, I don't suppose that's too many, really. Looking through the whole collection, that's about the ones I think, no, I have to play them. But I did it. But I don't know whether you're brave enough, anybody watching this, to admit to owning these games and not playing them. But those are my ones. But any of those games you think, you know, Kev, you're an idiot, you really have to play those games, let me know. And, you know, you may make me think, yeah, you know, I've got to play them. I do sort of know, I know that I should be playing them. But yeah, I thought it was a bit of fun, and also a way of sort of, as I say, you know, getting it out there. You know, it is the balance between collecting and being a gamer and playing. That whole thing, you could do a whole video on that alone, the aspect of, are you a collector or are you a gamer or whatever. But anyway, I thought I'd get it out there. But I've got another video coming very, very soon. Retro Red Steve, I saw your video. I can't remember who started it, but I'm going to do my PS1 collection, and I'm going to include, like Steve did, my top 5 PS1 games in that video. And I'm going to make that very soon. It possibly could be out tomorrow. But anyway, in the meantime, take care of yourself and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.